I'm so excited that Christy asked me to do some team training on personality types, simply because it really helps me understand my friends and my family better and what motivates them. And have you ever wondered why some people are just so easy to get along with and others you really have to work at your relationship? Well, this will answer some of those questions. Like, for example, do you love how Sue Moore is just so decisive, or do you find her a little bit pushy? And how about my energy? Do you find it stimulating, or do you wish I would just sit down and listen? And you know those friends that are so great with details, but they just seem to get stuck in them and won't make a decision. And then we all have those amazing friends and team members that are just loving the products. They're such great support for you, but they just can't seem to get out of their own comfort zone. Well, what I described to you are the 4 main personality types that you're going to encounter not only in your life, but in your business. And if you study and learn to understand the characteristics and the fears of these personalities, then you're going to be empowered to help others embrace their strengths and as customers and as team members. So, here are the 4 personality types, and we have assigned, or they have been assigned as birds to help us remember and better identify with them. You've probably caught Christy Coyle and I teasing each other, calling each other owls and peacocks, and now you're going to know why. So, you should have had a little test that was posted here earlier, and hopefully you kind of took that or printed it out, or you can take some notes because I'm going to go through a lot of information. So the first bird that I'm going to share with you is the eagle, and this is your leadership person. Now, the characteristics of eagles are they are quick decision makers, results-oriented, very competitive, love to be an authority, they're determined, kind of demanding, and very driven people. When communicating with an eagle, just let them talk. They're going to tell you what they want, and guess what? They're probably not going to listen to you anyway. They're going to have to figure it out for themselves. But the eagles do really need appreciation for all of their hard work. They also have really high goals and really focus on the financial incentives that we have in the company. And when recruiting, they really, really value their individual effort, and they work quickly and independently, and they want those challenges. So, get them going on the Fresh Start program, and then qualification. The next step is TC promotion and so on, so that they always have a challenge in front of them. The fears of eagles is being taken advantage of. Now, if you are an eagle, you are wonderful at motivating people to action and controlling the plans and productivity, but you can be a little bit intimidating and impulsive. So, just let people know that you love them and try to keep those warm fuzzies front and center. Now, the next personality type is the peacock. And these are your creative, fun people. Very people-oriented, love to talk, motivational, enthusiastic, love recognition, spontaneity, and quick decision makers as well. Everything is about fun and high acclaim and visibility. So when you're communicating with a peacock, really focus on the relationship building, and then just let them talk and really take an interest in what they have to say and who they are. If you're recruiting a peacock, then they love personal testimonies about successes people have had in Norwex, and also focus on special recognition and the flexibility of the business. Now, the fear of the peacock is, what will other people think of me? And if you're a peacock like me, then you want to make sure you slow down enough to understand what your business is all about and what your team needs. But most of all, we're the cheerleaders, so just have a really good time. Now, the next personality type is the dove. Doves are family-oriented, slow to anger, loyal, security-minded, and a rule follower. And they make sure that everyone in the situation is comfortable, and they are not going to make a quick decision. They love openness and warmth and tradition and peace, and do not like stress at all. When communicating with a dove, you'll probably talk the most, and they might not even ask any questions. They might just listen to you. If you're recruiting a dove, remember, hold on. Alexa, alarm off. Sorry. So if you're recruiting a dove, then remember they are really focused on warm, friendly organization, and they need to know that you're going to be there and available for one-on-one meetings and time, and that you're going to really be there to take time to help her grow. The fear of a dove is change and loss of security. Now, if you're a dove, you've probably already checked your clock to see when you can get back to your family time. And also, it's really important for you to learn how to delegate your business time with your family's needs. And also be careful because you can come across as a little too low-key and unmotivated. So, the last personality type we have is the owl. Now, your owls are detail-oriented, perfectionist, analytical. They're really great at planning and explaining the details. And they're also sensitive to the needs of others, and they make sure that the group sees the long-term goals. They really love to be busy, and they are not quick decision makers. Now, when communicating with an owl, don't get too personal. Answer questions thoroughly and build credibility. Now, if you're recruiting an owl, they want stable, goal-oriented organizations. They love to be trained, and they need evidence that Norwex has a proven formula for success. The fear of an owl is criticism of work. Now, if you're an owl, the most important thing for you to know is that you are very powerful in Norwex because you know the rules. But what can bog you down is the unnecessary organization and unnecessary paperwork. Okay, so hopefully you took the online quiz, and if you haven't, please do so because it's so important to understand why you do the things that you do, and then whenever you understand your inherent weaknesses, then you can start to change those areas. I'm a peacock. I hate paperwork with a passion. I hate organization. I just feel like it's such a waste of time. But I have found that I must discipline myself in those areas because if I don't, then I'm just a big old mess and it really inhibits my success. Okay, so how do you discover what kind of bird somebody else is? It's really simple. You're just going to ask them this question. Tell me something about yourself. And the answer is going to give you the bird. Now, this isn't a perfect science, and sometimes it only reflects the mood that that person is in, but it will at least kind of give you a good area to start in. So if it's an eagle, she's going to tell you about her job and what she's in charge of, how important she is, how many people she supervises, and she's going to leave out the fluff. If it's a peacock, she's going to tell you about herself. She might even tell you her life story and where she went to high school, and you're not going to have any problems getting to know this person. If it's a dove, she's going to tell you about her family, her children, her husband, her parents, places where she volunteers at church, and very seldom will she say the word I. And then if it's an owl, she'll probably respond with the question, well, what do you want to know? Because that question is way too broad and she needs more details. She may even ask you, what do you mean by that question and why do you want to know? So I just used this 2 weeks ago when I was meeting with a new team member, and I could have sworn she was an eagle, and I came all prepared to tell her about how she can quickly soar through the ranks of Norwex and get to a leader and how fast she can go. But then whenever we met, I said, Jackie, I really don't know you that well. Tell me something about yourself. And she said, well, what do you want to know? I was shocked, but it was so good to get that answer because I immediately changed my tactics and I focused more on all the details in Norwex and what a great proven track record the company has had. And guess what? She's on our team now. Yay! So also here's another fun way that you can tell what someone's personality type is give her a team building packet and then tell her you will follow up in 2 days. And when you call, the eagles would have read it and known they could have done it better. The peacocks will have no idea where theirs is. The doves will have read it cover to cover more than once. And the owls would have read it, found the typos, and called and reported them to the company. So, I hope you've had fun learning about yourself and others with these different personality types in your business. And remember, this is just a skill like any other part of your business, whether it's booking or coaching. And the more you study it and practice it, the better you'll get at applying it to your business. So, have fun. Go out and start asking your friends these questions or your customers. And I really hope it helps you out.